Hi everyone, I'm Courtney Weidlich. Most of you know me as a job site superintendent for Gaydon Contractors, but along with my brother Colin and my sister Caitlin, I'm also part of the third generation of Weidlichs that work for the company. I've worked for the company for about half my life now, and I'm extremely proud of what my family has built. Over the last 50 years, we've done a lot of projects. This binder has a record of every job we've done since 1988, and it's well over 500. While in the last 10 years, our primary focus has been restaurants, car dealerships, churches, resorts. That hasn't always been our main focus. Let's go back and take a look at where it all started. So here we are, 17 Gaydon Avenue in Toronto, right near the 401 and Albion Road. This is where my grandfather and family lived. It's also where Gaydon Contractors was started.
When I immigrated to Canada, I couldn't speak English, and so I ended up on construction sites and worked as a laborer. And then I worked my way up to general superintendent for Gaydon Construction. And one day then the company informed me that they are closing down because of old age, and I was left without a job. And so I thought about it, and I thought, well, what I can do for other people, maybe I can do for myself. And so that's how I started my own company. When I opened my company, I didn't want to use my name in case later on I would sell the company or so. So I talked to my lawyer, and he said, oh, your street is a nice English name, and why don't you call it Gaydon Contractors? It sounded good to me, so I did it.
Back in the early days of the company, the main focus was trying to get in with the oil companies, building gas stations.
When I was working for Gaydon Construction, we did a lot of oil company work. And so I knew those engineers from Shell and from Texaco and Esso and so on. And so when I started my own company, I phoned these people up and I told them I'm going to start my own company, and if you have any small jobs, I would appreciate if you could send them to me and I would do them. And so that's why I started. My first job was for Shell, and we replaced a sidewalk around the building at Wilson and Bathurst, because I couldn't do the job alone, so I hired my brother-in-law, Helmut Giesen, and he was my first employee when we started.
Eventually, though, things started to change, and the focus moved more and more towards building restaurants. Earlier builds included Swiss Chalet, Harvey's, Jack Astor's, and Alice Fazoli's. More recently, we've been doing more and more of the Keg, Moxie's, Chop, Potbelly, Wilbur, and so many others.
In the early 90s, I decided to move the focus of our company to restaurant construction from the oil company work that we'd been doing up to that point. I felt that I wanted to move to a higher quality product with more complex and larger projects.
Not only did Gaydon's focus in the field change, but quite possibly the biggest decision was to convert the business model as well.
In the late 90s, I decided that stipulated price and bidding and tenders and trying to get work under that old-fashioned construction process was not the way that I wanted to go forward. I came up with a form of construction management that makes me partner with my client and helps us build long-term relationships that usually result in multiple projects together.
The change from stipulated price contract to the model we use today, construction management, was a huge one. It's probably the main reason that we've done so many projects with the same clients. The Keg, Moxie's, Pfaff Automotive, Muskoka Woods Sports Resort, Bramgate Automotive, Club Link, and many, many others. The past 6 years, though, the focus has shifted once again. We're still doing lots and lots of restaurants, but we've started into building car dealerships as well. Last year, after 13 months of construction, Pfaff Porsche, which is located at the 400 at Bass Pro Drive, opened to the public. At the time that it opened, this dealership was the largest Porsche dealership in Canada, second largest in North America, and by far the largest project that Gaydon has ever tackled. That's just how far in 50 years we've come, from pouring a simple sidewalk at a gas station to the largest Porsche dealership in Canada, and so many jobs in between.
50 years is a long time, and I'm proud of what's been accomplished in that time. I hope that there'll be another 50 years with 3 more generations going forward and building yet even more. The future, hard to predict, but all I see is further growth, expansion. All 3 of my children are working in the company now, 3rd generation. That's not always possible in family companies, and I'm so proud of everyone in our family.
Thank you to the people at Gaydon for all the work they've done for Pfaff, sitting in our new Porsche building, which was the biggest project that they've done for us, and I even think for themselves. And so Gerhard, Colin, Courtney, and the whole crew there, thank you very much.
I'm so happy to be able to congratulate Hardy, Gerhard, and the amazing, terrific group at Gaydon on their 50th anniversary.
Huge congrats from your friends in Muskoka Woods for 50 years. Well done, Gaydon.
Congratulations from Bram Gate Automotive on your 50th anniversary.
Happy 50th anniversary to Gaydon. Cheers.
On behalf of everyone at Gaydon, I would just like to say thank you to everyone that has worked with us, all our trades, all our clients, for 50 amazing years. Hope to see you in 50 more.